Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. Thank you. Are you audible?
Yes, madam, you are audible. Yes, you are audible, madam.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So today discuss about instruction format. Okay, what is instruction? So instruction is a group of bits that bits are grouped together to make a field. That is instruction. So in computer system we have different instructions. The number of address fields in instruction format depends on the internal organization. So what is instruction? Okay, and instruction formats. Okay, there are three different types of CPU organization. So one is single accumulator organization, general register organization, stack organization. The instruction format is divided into three parts: opcode field, address field, mode field. Opcode field specify the what type of operation to be performed, and address field it designates a address of the operand, and mode field determines how the operand to be founded. So the for example in 16-bit instruction format, the most significant bit, okay, that indicates mode of the instruction. Okay, mode means, okay, either 0 for a positive number, okay, direct address, 1 for indirect address, and next remaining 3 bits specify the what type of operation to be performed. For example, add. So perform addition operation. And next remaining 12 bits indicates that address field. Then address field contains address of the operand. So the number of address fields in the instruction format depends on the internal organization of CPU. So internal organization of CPU contains three different types: single accumulator organization, general register organization, stack organization. Single accumulator organization, the operation is done by using accumulator. So accumulator is the default register in the processor. For accumulator also used for storing the operands. And next one, general register organization. In general register organization, operations done by using registers. Okay, there are 15 general purpose registers available in processor. And third one, stack organization. In stack organization, all the operations are done by using the stack. Stack is also already, you know that, okay, well, the stack is a collection of elements. All the elements can be placed at one pointer, that is called top of the stack pointer. Okay, this is instruction format. In single accumulator organization, for example, okay, add X. Add is the opcode. Opcode. What type of operation to be performed? Addition. So X is the address field. X is the memory location address. So the operand at memory location X added to the contents of accumulator, the result is stored in accumulator. This is example for single accumulator organization. And general register organization. In general register organization, operations are done by using the registers. For example, add R1, R2, R3. So this instruction means add the content of registers R2 and R3. A result is stored in register R1. Okay, that is example for general purpose register. This instruction for three addresses. So in three addresses, okay, R1, R2, R3 are the three addresses. So at R1 act as a destination, R2 and R3 act as a source. Okay, take the input from R2 and R3 and perform the operation addition. The result is stored in R1. A second instruction, for example, add R1, R2. Okay, add the contents of register R1 to the contents of register R2. A result is stored in register R1. So R1 act as a destination, R1 act as a source and destination, R2 act as a source. Next instruction, move R1, R2. So that instruction means move the contents of register R1 to R2. Okay. And next instruction, add R1, X. Add the contents of register R1 to the operand at memory location X. A result is stored in R1. Okay, these are the examples for general register organization. And third one, stack organization. So stack organization operations are done by using the stack. For example, push X. So operand at memory location X, okay, push it into top of the stack pointer. Okay, that whenever occur add instruction, the pop out the okay, operand from top of the stack pointer, then perform the operation. The result is pushed into top of the stack pointer. Okay, these are the three CPU organization. Okay, in instruction format, okay, there are four instruction address formats. Okay, like four instruction formats depending on the number of address fields. In first one, three address instruction format, two address instruction format, one address instruction format, zero address instruction format. In first one, three address instruction format. In three address instruction format having three addresses. Okay, one opcode field, then three addresses fields. How to evaluate the expression? That is x equal to a plus b into c plus d. How to write three address instructions? So x equal to a plus b into c plus d. Okay, how to evaluate the expression? Okay, an example, x equal to a plus b into c plus d. So add r1 comma a comma b. That instruction means, okay, add operand at memory location a to the operand at memory location b. Okay, the result is stored in register r1. R1 act as a destination register, ab act as a source operands. So ab are the memory location addresses. So memory location addresses may be a variable names, a, capital B, all the names are written in uppercase. And next instruction, add R2 comma C comma D. That instruction means, okay, operand at memory location C to the operand at memory location D. Okay, then result is stored in register R2. And next third instruction, then multiply the contents of register R1 to the contents of R2. A result is stored in some memory location X. The three instructions for three address instruction formats. Okay, and next one, two address instruction formats. Okay, two address instructions having, okay, two addresses, two address fields. How to evaluate the expression x equal to a plus b into c plus d? Okay, these are the examples for two address instructions. Move r1 comma a. That instruction means operand at a memory location a moved into register r1. Okay, next one, add r1 comma b. Okay, add operand at memory location to the contents of register r1. A result is stored in register r1. Okay, these instructions having two addresses fields. Okay, either register, okay, one operand at the register, one operand at memory location. And third instruction is move r2 comma c. Okay, operand at memory location c moved into register r2. And next instruction, add r2 comma d. That instruction means operand at memory location d to the register r2. And next instruction, mul r1 comma r2. Okay, multiply the contents of register r1 to the contents of r2. A result is stored in r1. The finally result is stored into some memory location x. That's why we are using move instruction, move x comma r1. That instruction means, okay, the result of expression, okay, the result of register r1 moved into, okay, memory location x. Okay, these are the two address instruction formats. And next one, and one address instruction, zero address instruction formats. In zero address instruction formats, the operations can be done by using the stack. Okay, and next, for example, how to evaluate the expression a plus b into c plus d. And first instruction, push a. So push a means, okay, operand at memory location a pushed into top of the stack pointer. Then again push b. Okay, and operand at memory location b pushed into top of the stack pointer. And next occur add instruction. Whenever add instruction occurs, then pop out the two operands from top of the stack pointer, then perform the operation. That result pushed into top of the stack pointer, that is a plus b. So in zero address instruction format does not need okay, does not use address fields. So add, there is no address field in the zero address instructions. And again push C. So that instruction means operand at memory location C pushed into top of the stack pointer, and again push D. Okay, operand at memory location D pushed into top of the stack pointer. And next add. Okay, and populate the two operands C and D, then perform the operation, then push it into top of the stack pointer, that is C plus D. And next mul. So multiplication, whenever multiplication occurs, okay, then populate the previous two operands, that is A plus B and C plus D, then perform the multiplication, then push it into top of the stack pointer. The overall result is moved into some memory location. That's why we are using pop X. We populate the result from top of the stack pointer, okay, then store into memory location X. So next one address instruction format. So one address instruction format having only one address. So load A. So load A means the operand at A memory location is loaded into accumulator. Then add B. Okay, add B means add operand at B to the contents of accumulator, then result stored in accumulator. Okay, these are the examples for one address instruction format. And next one, instruction types. So computer instructions can be classified into three categories: data transfer instructions, data manipulation instructions, program control instructions. So data transfer instructions used to transfer data from one location to another location. And second one, data manipulation instructions. Data manipulation instructions perform arithmetic logic shift operations on the data. And program control instructions, these instructions are used to change the decision path taken by the program when executed in the computer. So in C language, the decision making statements used to change the flow of order. Okay. In computer organization, program control instructions used to change the order of flow. Okay, that is program control instructions. In first one, data transfer instructions. The data transfer instructions, okay, used to transfer data from one location to another location, either register or memory. So in memory, processor registers, in processor registers and input-output registers. So these are the examples for data transfer instructions. In first one, load. So load, okay, mnemonic for LD, that is operation code. Operation code is specify the what type of operation to be performed. Okay, load instruction transfer data from memory to processor register. That is load instruction. Next one, store instruction. The mnemonic for store, that is ST. A store instruction transfer data from register to memory. And next one, move instruction. The mnemonic for move instruction, MOV. So move instruction, okay, transfer data from one location to another location, that is register to memory, memory to register. And exchange the data between two registers or memory addresses. And next one, input. The input, okay, mnemonic input, okay, input for mnemonic is in. So in instruction transfer data from keyboard to memory. And output instruction transfer data from memory to output device. And next one, push instruction. So push instruction used to insert element or data into top of the stack pointer, that is register to top of the stack pointer. And pop instruction, okay, transfer data from stack to register. Okay, these are the data transfer instructions. Move data or information from one location to another location. And coming to an example for data transfer instructions, LD ADR. So LD load instruction. So load instruction in direct address, LD space ADR. ADR is address. So operand at memory location ADR is loaded into accumulator. Okay, this is one address instruction format in direct address. The ADR is the direct address. LD at the rate ADR. Okay, that is indirect address. So indirect address, okay, address contains address of the operand. మా ఎక్కడి వరకు స్టాప్ అయింది? మా ఎక్కడి వరకు స్టాప్ అయిందమ్మా? హలో, ఎవరైనా రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వండి అమ్మా.
డేటా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చెప్తున్నారు మేడం.
డేటా ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్సా?
ఎస్ మేడం, స్టార్టింగ్ LDADR అవి చెప్తున్నారు మేడం.
ఇక్కడ నుంచేనా? ఇక్కడ నుంచి అండి?
నో మ్యామ్, నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ మ్యామ్.
నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్.
ఎస్
సో
మ్యామ్.
దీస్ ఆర్ ది ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఫర్ లోడ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్. ఇది కూడా అయిందండి? హలో,
నో మ్యామ్, ఇదే మ్యామ్, ఇక్కడ నుంచే మ్యామ్.
So these are the example for load instruction. So load instruction transfer data from memory to register. So these are the one address instruction formats. LD space ADR. So ADR is the address. Operand at address memory location. ADR is loaded into accumulator. Okay, these are the assembly language conversions. These are the register transfer notation. So assembly language notation, we are using mnemonics. In register transfer notation, used to transfer data from one location to another location. So arrow is the assignment operator. So load ADR means so address operand at ADR memory location is loaded into accumulator. And second one, LD space @ADR. So means indirect address. So that address contains address of the operand. So that operand is loaded into accumulator. And next one, relative address. So in relative address, the content of PC added to the address part of the instruction, that operand is loaded into accumulator. And next one, immediate operand. Operand, the number that is NBR or number is immediately loaded into accumulator. Next, index addressing. The index addressing, ADR of X. X is the index register. The content of index register added to the address part of the instruction, then to obtain the effective address that contains operand. That operand is loaded into accumulator. Next one, register. So LD space R1. The address part of the contains register name. The content of register R1 is loaded into accumulator. In register indirect, LD space R1. So we are using brackets, that is indirect address. The register address part of the instruction that contains register, that contains address of the operand is in memory. That operand is loaded into accumulator. So auto increment and auto decrement. In auto increment addressing mode, after accessing the content of register, then increment the next memory location. Sorry, next location. So in auto decrement addressing mode, before accessing the content of register, then decrement the location. The content of R1 is loaded into accumulator. These are the data transfer instructions. These are the example for load instruction. The next one, data manipulation instruction. So data manipulation instructions are the three types: logical instructions, arithmetic instructions, shift instructions. Arithmetic instructions used to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, increment. These are the operations, arithmetic operations. Logical and bit manipulation instructions. Logical and bit manipulation instructions used to perform logical operations and or exclusive or. These are the example for logical and bit manipulation instructions. And shift instructions used to shift the operand values either left or right. Some of the examples for arithmetic instructions: increment instruction, add 1 to the operand. Decrement the operand by 1. Add, perform the addition. Sub, perform the subtraction. Mul, perform the multiplication. Div, perform the division operation. Add C, perform the addition with carry. Sub B, perform the subtraction with borrow. And negate, perform the complement operation. Okay, in another mnemonic for add I, add immediate, add floating point, add double, add integer, add floating point, add double. Okay, these are the examples for arithmetic instructions. And next one, logical and bit manipulation instructions. Clear, complement, COM, okay, and perform the AND operation, R, perform the OR operation, XR, perform the exclusive operation, okay, CLRC, perform the clear, carry, and set C, perform the set, carry, and COMC, perform the complement carry, and enable interrupt and disable interrupt. Whenever interrupt occur during the program execution, then enable the interrupt, we are using EI mnemonic. Okay, whenever disable the interrupt, we are using DI. And next one, shift instructions. Okay, shift instructions used to perform the operation, shift the values either left or right. Okay, and SHR, shift right, logical shift right, SHL, logical shift left, SHRA, shift right, arithmetic shift right, SHLA, arithmetic shift left, and ROR, rotate right, ROL, shift left, rotate left, RORC, rotate right through carry, ROLC, rotate left through carry. These are the shift instructions. And next one, and third category, program control instructions. Okay, program control instructions used to change the flow of order. When the program control instruction is executed, it changes the address value in the program counter and cause the flow of control to be altered. So whenever occur branch instruction during the program execution, okay, then update the value in PC. Okay, then change the flow of program. So these are examples for program control instructions. In first one, branch instruction. So whenever branch instruction occurs, the program counter loads the new address, that is called branch target address. And next one, jump, JMP, used for unconditional version of the branch. So if condition satisfied, then program counter loads the new value. If condition not satisfied, then then program counter load the next instruction address in the sequence. And next one, skip. A skip instruction used to skip one instruction. And next one, call instruction. So call instruction used to by calling the subroutine. So subroutine is nothing but a function in high level language. A subroutine is a block of instructions. Okay, by calling the subroutine. And next one, return. Okay, return instruction used to return control back from subroutine to calling program. And next one, compare. Okay, perform comparison with subtraction. And TST, test. Perform the undoing of two operands without retraining the result. Okay, these are the examples for program control instructions. And coming to second concept, addressing modes. So addressing modes are used to way of selecting the operand. So way of selecting the operand or choosing a operand, okay, from memory depends on addressing modes. Okay. And next one, okay, there are several types of addressing modes: immediate mode, implied mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, register addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, relative addressing mode, indexed addressing mode, base register addressing mode, increment addressing mode, decrement addressing mode. In first one, implied mode. So in implied mode, the address of the operand are specified implicitly in the instruction. So how to calculate the effective address? So effective address means where the operand is to be located. That is effective address. Effective address equal to AC. For example, implied mode CMA. CMA means complement the accumulator. Okay, they does not use the address field in implied mode. So we take automatically accumulator. In stack organized computer, zero address instructions are implied mode instructions. For example, add. So whenever add instruction occur, then pop out the previous two operands from the top of the stack pointer, then perform the operation. A result is pushed into top of the stack pointer. So add is the opcode. What type of operation to be performed? Addition. It does not use the address field in the instruction. So that is implied mode. Implied mode, operands are specified implicitly, internally in the instruction. Okay. And second one, immediate mode. So in immediate mode, okay, the address part of the instruction, okay, operand is specified in address part of the instruction. Okay, no need to specify the address in the instruction. For example, add #10. So 10 is the operand value, that is value. So that value is loaded into accumulator. So directly operand is specified in address part of the instruction. That value is added to the contents of accumulator. A result is stored in accumulator. Next example, move R1 comma #20. So #20 is the constant value. That value is moved into register R1. Okay, this is the immediate mode addressing mode instructions. And next one, register mode. Okay, register addressing mode. So in register addressing mode, the address part of the instruction that contains register name. Address part of the instruction that contains register name. So in register mode, address specified in instruction is the register address. Designated operand need to be in a register, saving the address field in the instruction. So effective address equal to register. That is instruction register of R. Okay, R is the register field of instruction register. For example, add R1. So add R1 means add the content of register R1 to the content of accumulator. A result is stored in accumulator. So another example for register mode, move R1 comma R2. So R1, R2 are the register names. The address field of the instructions having two addresses, that is registers R1 and R2. So move R1 comma R2, it indicates the content of register R1 moved into R2. Okay, this is register mode. And next one, register indirect addressing mode. So in register indirect addressing mode, the address part of the instruction that contains register name that contains effective address. So effective address means where the operand is to be located. Okay, the address part of the instruction that contains R, that is register name, that contains address of the operand is in memory. Okay, another definition for register indirect mode, the address part of the instruction that contains register name that contains effective address. Effective address means where the operand is to be located, that is okay, effective address. So an effective address equal to higher of R, that is X. Okay, the register of memory operand. So for example, add R1. So R1 contains R1 contains memory operand. So memory operand added to the content of register accumulator. Okay, that result is stored in accumulator. It is example for register indirect addressing mode. And next one, direct address mode. So in direct address mode, the address part of the instruction that contains address of the operand. The address part of the instruction that contains effective address. Okay, the instruction specifies the memory address which can be used directly to access the memory. So effective address equal to memory address of operand. So the A is the address. A is the address. So opcode and address field. The instruction is divided into two fields, opcode and address part. So opcode means it specifies the what type of operation to be performed. A is the address. So address of the operand. So A is the memory location address. So the address part of the instruction that contains address of the operand, that is direct addressing mode. So effective address equal to memory operand. Okay. For example, add X. X is the memory location. So add X means operand at memory location X to the content of accumulator and result is stored in accumulator. This is direct addressing mode. And next one, indirect addressing mode. So indirect addressing modes, the address part of the instruction that contains address that contains effective address. Okay, another definition for indirect addressing mode, the address part of the instruction that contains address of the operand is in memory. That is indirect addressing mode. Okay, the address field of the instruction specifies the address of a memory location that contains address of the operand is in memory. So how to evaluate, how to calculate the effective address? Effective address equal to memory address of operand. For example, add x. So x is the memory location address that contains address. So that operand is added to the accumulator and result is stored into accumulator. And next one, auto increment and auto decrement mode. So in auto increment addressing mode, when the address in the register is used to access memory, the value in the register is incremented or decremented by 1 automatically. So R1 plus, example for auto increment addressing mode, R1 plus. So auto increment addressing mode, the address part of the instruction contains register name. After accessing the content of register, then increment the next location. So R1 plus. So this is example for auto increment addressing mode. The address part of the instruction format contains register that contains 3300. So 3300 okay, location contains 6B value. So after accessing the register 6B, then increment the next location, that is 3302. That is auto increment addressing mode. And next one, auto decrement addressing mode. Auto decrement addressing mode, before accessing the content of register, then decrement the location. Okay, and the address part of the instruction contains register, okay, that contains address, okay, that contains operand 1F. Okay, before accessing the content of 6C, then decrement the location, that is 3300. Auto decrement addressing mode. And next one, relative addressing mode. So in relative addressing mode, where the effective address of the operand is obtained by adding the content of the program counter with the address part of the instruction. So effective address equal to content of program counter plus address part of the instruction, then to obtain the effective address. The program counter is the processor register. Program counter stores address of the next instruction to be fetched and executed. So the address part of the instruction plus content of the PC, then to obtain the effective address, that operand is loaded into either register or memory location. This is relative addressing mode. So the address part of the instruction, that is A. So A is the address, okay, then added to the content of PC, okay, then to obtain the effective address. Effective address means where the operand is to be located in memory. And next one, indexed addressing mode. So in indexed addressing mode, so how to evaluate the effective address? How to calculate the effective address? The content of index register then added to the address part of the instruction, then to obtain the effective address. So in address part of the instruction, there are two address fields. One is index register and another field having address A. So the content of index register. So index register also in processor. So index register contains plus added to the address part of the instruction, that is A, then to obtain the effective address. And next one, base register addressing mode. So base register addressing mode, the content of base register add to the address part of the instruction, then to obtain the effective address. This is base register addressing mode. Okay, for example, there are three different relative addressing modes depending on register. PC relative addressing mode. So PC relative addressing mode, effective address equal to content of PC plus address part of the instruction. In indexed addressing mode, the effective address equal to index register plus address part of the instruction. In base register addressing mode, EA equal to base register plus address part of the instruction. Okay, these are the three different relative addressing modes. Okay, these are the machine instructions and addressing modes. If any doubts, ask me. For instruction, again I'm repeating. Instruction is a group of bits. Okay, these bits are grouped together to make a field. So instruction formats is divided into three fields: opcode field, address field, mode field. Opcode field specify the what type of operation to be performed. Address field, it specify the address of the operand. Mode field, determines how the operand to be founded. A mode field, the most significant bit, so 04 positive number, 14 negative number, 04 direct address, 14 indirect address. The number of address fields in instruction format depends on the internal organization of CPU. Okay, there are three internal organization of CPU: a single accumulator organization, general register organization, stack organization. Single accumulator organization operations are done by using the accumulator. Accumulator is a default register in processor. For example, add X. So add X means operand at memory location X to the content of accumulator. A result is stored in accumulator. So operation is done by using the accumulator. Next one, general register organization. In general register organization, operations done by using the processor registers. General purpose registers, there are 15 general purpose registers, 0 to R0 to R14. So for example, add R1, R2, R3. So this instruction means R1, R2, R3, add the content of register R2 to the content of register R3. A result is stored in R1. So this instruction having three address fields. Three address fields contain register names. This is register addressing modes. Next, add R1, R2. That instruction means add the content of register R1 to the content of R2. A result is stored in R1. So this instruction is a two address instruction format. Two address instruction format. This instruction having two address fields contains register names. Next one, move R1, R2. So move instruction used to transfer data from register R1 to R2. Next, add R1, X. So add R1, X. That means operand at memory location X to the content of register R1. A result is stored in register R1. These are the general register organization. And coming to stack organization, so operations are done in stack. Every operation is performed in stack. For example, push X. So X is the memory location address, operand at memory location X to the top of the stack pointer. Next, add instruction. So whenever add instruction occurs, then pop out the operand from top of the stack pointer and result is pushed into top of the stack pointer. So in instruction format, there are four instruction formats: three address instruction format, two address instruction format, one address instruction format, zero address instruction format. Three address instruction format having instruction format having three address fields. two address instruction format having two address fields, one address instruction format having only one address field, and zero address instruction format does not use address field. So three address instruction format and 3 and 2 instruction formats are used in general register organization. Okay, and next one address instruction format used in accumulator organization, and zero address instruction format used in stack organization. These are the different types of instructions: data transfer instructions, data manipulation instructions, program control instructions. So data transfer instructions transfer data from one location to another location. Data manipulation instruction perform arithmetic, logical, and shift operations on the data. And program control instructions used to change the flow of order when executed in the program. So these are the data transfer instruction. So load instruction means transfer data from memory to register. A store instruction transfer data from register to memory. Move instruction transfer data from register to memory, memory to register. Okay, and exchange data between registers or memory locations. So in instruction transfer data from input device, that is keyboard, to memory, and output instruction transfer data from memory to output device, and push instruction transfer data from register to stack, top of the stack, and pop instruction transfer data from stack to register. These are the data transfer instructions. Next one, data manipulation instructions. So data manipulation instructions are three types. Arithmetic instructions. So arithmetic instructions used to perform arithmetic operations. Increment instruction add 1 to the operand. Decrement instruction decrement operand by 1. Add instruction perform the addition operation. Sub perform the subtraction. Mul perform the multiplication. Div perform the division. Add C perform the addition with carry. Sub B perform the subtraction with borrow. Negate perform the negation. So complement operation. Next one, logical and bit manipulation instructions perform logical operations and bit manipulation instructions. Okay, logical, that is clear, CLR perform the clear operation. COM perform the complement operation and perform the undoing operation. R performing the RAing operation. XR perform the exclusive OR operation. CLRC so perform the clear carry. Set C perform the set carry. COMC perform the complementary carry. So and EI and enable the interrupt, and DI disable the interrupt. And next one, shift instruction. Shift the values either left or right. So there are three types of shift instructions: logical shift, arithmetic shift, rotate shift operations. In logical shift right, logical shift left, SHR, SHL. So arithmetic shift right and arithmetic shift left, SHRA, SHLA. Rotate operations are rotate right, rotate left. So rotate right through carry, rotate left through carry. Okay, these are the shifting instructions. And shift the values either left or right. And program control instructions. The program control instructions, when the program control instructions is executed, it change the address value in the program counter and cause the flow of control to be altered. So some of the example for program control instructions: branch. When a calling program executed, whenever occur branch instruction during the program execution, the program counter loads the new address. Okay. If condition satisfied, the program counter loads the new value, that is called branch target address. If condition is not satisfied, the program counter loads next instruction in the sequence. Okay, the program counter loads the address of the next instruction to be fetched. So normally all the instructions are executed in sequentially. So first of all, whenever program execution starts, okay, the first instruction address is loaded into program counter. The program counter, the content of address, okay, PC that transfer to memory address register. Memory address register send read signal to memory. The readout instruction into MDR. The content of MDR transfer to instruction register. The instruction register now instruction is ready to execute. Okay, so all the instructions are executed in sequentially. So whenever completion of first instruction, the program counter incremented, then stores the address of the next instruction in the sequence. So if condition satisfied, whenever branch instruction occurs, the program counter loads the new address, that is branch instruction BR. Next one, jump, JMP. So JMP instruction used for unconditional version of the branch. So unconditional means if condition not satisfied, program counter loads the next instruction address in the sequence. And next one, skip instruction. So skip instruction used to skip one instruction, skip the next instruction. So next, call instruction, CALL. So call instruction used to by calling the subroutine. And next one, return, RTN. So this instruction used to return control back from subroutine to calling program, that is RTN. And next one, CMP, compare. So compare, used to perform comparison via a subtraction. And next one, test. So this instruction perform the undoing of two operands, that is test instruction. These are the program control instructions. And coming to addressing modes. So addressing modes used to selecting a operand from memory depends on different addressing modes. The way of selecting, the way the operands are chosen during the program execution is dependent on the addressing mode of the instruction. Okay, it specifies a rule for interpreting or modifying the address field of the instruction. Okay, this is definition for addressing mode. There are several addressing modes: implied, immediate, register, indirect, direct, indirect, increment, auto decrement, relative, indexed, base register. These are the addressing modes. In first one, implied mode, operands are specified implicitly in the instruction. The effective address equal to accumulator. And the immediate addressing mode, the operand is specified in instruction itself. Operand is specified in address part of the instruction itself. That is immediate addressing mode. And next one, register addressing mode, the address part of the instruction that contains register names. That contains operand. And next one, register indirect addressing mode. So register indirect addressing mode, the address part of the instruction that contains register name that contains address of the operand is in memory. That is register indirect addressing mode. And next one, direct addressing mode. So the address part of the instruction that contains address of the operand is in memory. And next one, indirect addressing mode. So in indirect addressing mode, address part of the instruction that contains address of the operand is in memory. And next one, auto increment. So in auto increment addressing mode, after accessing the content of register, then increment the location. So each word length is 32 bit. Each memory location incremented by 4. So each memory location, that word length is 16 bit. Each memory location incremented by 2. The word length is 64. Each memory location incremented by 8. So auto increment addressing mode, after accessing the content of register, then increment the next location. Next one, auto decrement addressing mode before accessing the content of register, then decrement the location. Next one, relative addressing mode. In relative addressing mode, the content of PC added to the address part of the instruction then to obtain the effective address. Indexed addressing mode, the content of index register added to the address part of the instruction then to obtain the effective address. Next one, base register addressing mode, the content of base register added to the address part of the instruction then to obtain the effective address. Okay, these are the addressing modes, different relative addressing modes. In relative addressing mode, effective address equal to PC plus address part of the instruction. In indexed addressing mode, okay, effective address equal to index register content plus address part of the instruction. In base register addressing mode, effective address equal to the content of base register plus address part of the instruction. So these are the three relative addressing modes.